Hello, my dears. So obviously I'm not here today. Mr. Watson is here working with you guys, and we have a guided practice question for you here. So if you would take a look at this first question, I've kind of made an outline for us to show what we're doing in each step. So we're going to highlight one step at a time, and then we're going to do an example together. So first, I've got my equation 3x minus 6 equals 24. And I want to use inverse operations to remove my constant. So I'm going to remove negative 6. We know that the inverse of subtraction or negative is a positive or addition. That's going to create our zero pairs. So that means negative 6 plus 6 would equal 0. So this was my first step. Then I'm going to rewrite my new equation right here. So whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. I add 6 to both sides, and now I have my new equation. So the 3x comes down. I didn't change that. Let's see. There we go. The 3x comes down. I didn't change that. This is really cool. The minus 6 plus 6, that goes away because it turns into 0. And then on the other side, I also had to do plus 6, so 24 plus 6 became 30. Okay, so my next step is I look at this 3x and I see that they're smushed together. And if you look at the inverse operations chart, which is over there, it tells you that that this is multiplication. Because you see how they're smushed together? When they're smushed together like that, it tells me that they're multiplying. I have 3 times x, or 3 x's. So the inverse of multiplication is division. I have to divide by 3. But whatever you do to one side, you do to the other. So I have 3x divided by 3. Just like if I had 3 cookies divided by 3 friends, each friend would get 1 cookie. In this case, I have 3x divided by 3, so I'm left with just 1x. You're like, Miss Press, where's the 1? That's totally okay that the 1's not there, because just if it's an x by itself, it's like 1x. If I tell you I'm giving you just 1 cookie, or just a cookie, that's 1 cookie. So just 1 by itself. On the other side, I've got 30 divided by 3, because whatever you do to one side, you do to the other, and that gave me 10. So I'm going to highlight the rest of this here. So each equation is 2 steps. I know I'm done when the x is isolated, which means when we get the x alone. So let's look at an example together. We're going to look at x divided by 4 minus 1 equals 5. You guys can work this on your desk. I'm going to work this here so that you can see me. So I always need to draw my line and circle my x. My first step is going to be to eliminate a constant. My constant here is negative 1 or minus 1. And I want to turn that into a 0. I want to make a 0 pair there. So what I'm going to need to do is the inverse of subtract 1, which is the inverse of subtraction, addition. So add 1. And whatever you do to one side, you do to the other. Now, I'm going to use a different color here to write x divided by 4. The negative 1 plus 1 was a 0 pair, that goes away. And on the other side, negative 5 plus 1, which if I put that in my calculator, gives me negative 4. I'm going to go back to my original color. My x is not alone yet. My x was split up into 4 parts. This means divided. And the inverse of divided is multiplied. Oh, that was terrible. Is multiplied. So I'm going to take this side. I'm going to multiply it by 4. And I'm going to take this side and multiply it by 4. Okay, and I'm going to use my other color again. 4 divided by 4 turns to just 1x. And on the other side, negative 4 times 4 becomes negative 16. And now that my x is totally alone, I know that I'm done. All right, that's my 5 minutes. My video is cutting off. Feel free to rewatch, to back up, to do whatever you have to do. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow.